Well, hello guys, welcome back to the World Series 2022. We have the bronze final, a best of 15, Fargo against ViViD. I think this is going to be an absolutely epic set. I am looking forward to cast it for sure. I see a lot of you already in the chat and yeah, glad to have you here. Now I must just start things off with a little message from AntiPro, and also, of course, a shout out to AntiPro, who's been the host, the main host. Of course, a lot of helpers from GameReplays Staff, but AntiPro has been the main host of this World Series, and he was due to initially cast, and then we were agreed to co-cast this final, but unfortunately, he has a bit of a chest infection. He's actually in bed, feeling pretty rough, so we send our best wishes to AntiPro. Hopefully he can watch this on an iPad in bed. But yeah, we hope he gets well soon. And unfortunately, we're sad to miss him in this cast. And I'm sure he's sad to miss it as well. Now, we will be interviewing the players. But before we do, I've got to take you guys on a little tour. Little reminder of where we're at. And a few people to thank along the way as well. So yeah, this has been the biggest World Series in the history of Zero Hour in terms of sponsorship and support. And it is amazing how through streamers, through kind people within the community, Zero Hour continues to go from strength to strength and grow. Legionnaire, who is someone who can monitor how many people install Zero Hour on a sort of weekly basis, he says it's constantly increasing. So whether it's viewers, whether it's actually people playing the game, amazing how after all these years the game is actually growing. Now let's give a few shout outs here though to the full list of sponsors for this year's World Series. A lot of familiar supporters in this list. I'll name sort of the top 5 if you like here. Oxygen with a massive donation. AKAbolony, he's a household name. Darmer has sponsored a lot as well. Noghriassasin with a big donation there. Entropy's been sponsoring a lot. Anti himself. And yeah, I mean, everyone over $100. That's absolutely amazing. The whole list is there. So thank you to all of you for your support. That is the prize split. Yeah, I saw someone ask in chat what are the players actually playing for here. And $500 is going to be the third place. Both players, in a way, are guaranteed to leave with minimum 322. And even the 5th to 8th place get a healthy sum as well. So that is absolutely amazing. Thank you to the sponsors. I'm also just going to give a quick shout out to the streamers. So literally every round and every game has been covered here. You can see the full list of streamers. Dominator, who I know has basically, I think, done every single match, whether that's been replays or live. GNX has come in with a lot as well. AlfieAce, Stanislav. We've got Dark Dante TV, Blair 9 TV, of course. I've covered a few games. SBL in there as well. Queen. So big shout out to all these streamers as well, because from my point of view, the more streamers, the better it is for the game. And yeah, it's been a real good team effort in terms of coming together and getting those matches presented. Quick look at the bracket. So let's have a look at the paths of the players. 64 players qualified for this. So remember, September was the month where you had to qualify, and the top 64 made it to this bracket stage. And we'll have a look at ViViD's route on top of the bracket first of all. So he came through nickname, met an expert in round 2 in Herb, was clearly having a good result there. That was probably the tie of round 3, ViViD versus Marikar, meeting quite early on. ViViD came out on top there. Quarterfinal was against SBL, and that is a amazing result from ViViD there. And he did just fall, I think got a bit unlucky with the matchups against myself in the semi-final. And there we are for this bronze match. But on the other side of things, let's have a look at Fargo's route. Now, arguably, Fargo kind of had the toughest route here, you could argue, because to meet Freestyler in round 1, I know Freestyler's inactive, but Freestyler is very, very good, and Fargo came out with a 5-0 there. Round 2, again, crazy tie for round 2, Fargo versus Shay, and in the prediction contest, I actually voted on Shay to go quite deep into this tournament, so I think 6-1 is a super impressive result for Fargo there over Shay. Again, a very tough round 2 set. The round 3 was against Reznov, again someone who's been knocking on the door of that expert, threshold, and Fargo came out 6-3 there. We had a very nice tie, which I actually casted in round 4, which was Fargo Dominator, Fargo coming out on top there. And then Fargo just narrowly lost out to Big Size in what was an epic set over on Stanislav TV. I think Fargo felt a bit unlucky with the matchups there. I think there was a lot of GLA in that, and still only narrowly just lost. So this itself, what we have here, that could have been the grand final. And I think if we were going on predictions, I think a lot of people thought that would be the grand final. So I'm expecting super, super high level play. ViViD versus Fargo, it's going to be epic. And I believe for the first year, it's actually going to be a best of 15 with an air mirror decider, which is in the description, guys. So keep your eye on that. So yeah, I think I've done the shout outs. We've had a look at the bracket. And thank you all to the admins as well of Game Replays, who do a lot of work voluntarily. And I call it an unforgiving job because they work in their free time and often get criticised for what they do as well. So we'll give them a shout out as well. So I think that is all on the updates there of where we're at. Let's give the players a quick call. And I've just had a little photo from Anti. He's all tucked up in bed and he's got the stream on his computer. Well, that is on his television in the bedroom. So that is lovely. But let's give the players a quick call. I will start off with the Fargo. And let me get him on the blower here. Okay, so calling Fargo. Hello, Big Size in the chat. I will do my best to keep up with the chat, guys. Whilst we're casting these games. Sean says extra cold in the UK today. Yeah, it is freezing. It got a bit dicey parking the car, to be honest with you. Car was sliding about all over the place. Fargo has not picked up yet, so let me try ViViD instead. I do actually have a question to ask the players from the wife, which is not one of the official questions, but I promised her I'd ask it, so we'll get to that in a second. Right, trying to get hold of the ViViD now. There is quite a big delay on the stream, so if the players are watching the intro of the stream, that might be why they're not actually picking up the call. Hello, Mr. X in the chat as well. Okay, ViViD said okay. Hello, hello.
Hello.
1 2 1 2. Yeah, I can hear you. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, yeah.
So
excited.
You're excited. Good. Yeah, I mean, we've already got 160 viewers and rising, which is amazing. A lot of people are hyped about this. How do you feel? Just to ask you a couple of questions. How do you feel about it being a best of 15? I think that's the first time in World Series history they've made a set that long. So
yeah, it is quite long.
But I think yep.
I think if you're not used to it, it can play an effect. I mean, the result can be affected, yeah, if you're not used to playing for long.
There's definitely an element of stamina that could come into play here and consistency over the set. But how has your preparation been? Are you feeling confident?
Preparation has been okay, I guess. Not much, but yeah, it's okay.
Minimal. I know you've had exams and stuff. One quick, more trivial question, which I promised I'd ask for the wife. She would like to know what you're drinking whilst you're playing.
Oh, I've actually just got a coffee.
Okay, he's got a coffee.
No
Fine.
Red Bull this time.
Right. Well, I often get a cup of tea, which is very nice from the wife. But there you go. He's having a cup of coffee, dear. Right, I've told her. And finally, any message to the viewers and people supporting you in the chat before I let you go?
Thanks for supporting and enjoy the games, I guess.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Okay, well, I'll now hop over to a call with Fargo, and I'll see you in the game in a second. Yep.
See ya.
Yeah, so I've just had a message from Fargo. He says he was watching, which is why he didn't pick up the call. Right, I am calling Fargo right now. Hello. 1 2 1 2. Is that my end? Ah, there we go. I heard something there. I think my end is okay, but I'm not picking up the Vidas.
Hello?
Oh, Labas, hello. That was loud and clear.
Labas. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Snowed in a little bit. I mean,
I can see. Yeah, you're looking sharp.
Oh, thank you. I'm dressing for the occasion, as it was said in a topic somewhere. But
nice.
Yeah, before I get into a few of the sort of official questions from staff, I actually have a question from the wife. I asked the same thing to ViViD, which is, what are you drinking during the games?
Wow, good question.
ViViD says he's drinking coffee. I often have a cup of tea, but what about you?
I don't know. I'm so busy at flaming and playing, so I have no time to drink anything.
You'd probably end up knocking it over your keyboard or something. Yeah, that would.
Yeah, that's why I'm spending my time. You know, if guys, you spend time to relax and get some water. I'm just let me flame a bit.
So, how are you feeling in general? You wrote to me earlier or last night saying you've not been well.
Yeah, it's funny. Let's see. Maybe we'll see different Fargo. I'm been not well for last 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday was quite bad. Today is still bad. But look, I'm gonna show off a bit. It was enough against Mary yesterday, and, and it was enough against Shay. Well, let's say it's 10-0. Thanks, Shay, for warming up.
Oh, you 10-0'd. That was gonna be my next question. How's your preparation? But you've 10-0'd Shay in the warm up. Wow.
Yeah. I guess it's fine.
Okay, that sounds good. And then finally, because there's a lot of Fargo fans, and have been a lot of Fargo fans throughout this tournament, and I was just saying in the bracket that you potentially had the hardest route. You essentially had an expert in every round. But do you have any message to the viewers, the Fargo fans in the chat?
Well, guys, stay with me, believe in me, and I'll do my best to get this done.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, best of 15, it's, I think, the first time in World Series history the set's been that long. What do you think about best of 15?
It's good. I think, viewers likes to watch the stream as much as we, as much as we can, and I think it's always good. Maybe more than that, maybe it would be too much, but yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Awesome stuff. All right. Well, I've sent you this new admin I've made. I'll see you in the game any second. Yeah, I'll log in now.
Okay.
All right.
Have
well,
fun,
best
guys.
of luck. See you. Bye.
Bye.
That was the Fargo. Feeling confident. Has been a little sick. Sounds like he's had a good warm up. 10-0 on Shay, and both players are ready. There we go. I will probably host up here. Because I think I would get best latency in this situation. But I'm happy to do some different lag tests to get the best latency. But I'm pretty sure the players will think I am the best host, so let's just double check that. Do you think it's best I am host? I'll just change to XGAR TV. That's the meta. I'm following the meta. Following the meta. XGAR TV. Alright. Do like to follow the meta. Hello, Boyka, in the chat. Snatch says probably energy drinks. Yeah, I think ViViD is often on a caffeine fix, whether it's Red Bull or coffee, that is for sure. Fargo's not drinking because he's busy flaming, he says. Okay. Want to test or best if I host for latency? We can do during first game. Yeah, we can do an in-out, but a long in to test, maybe. Could be nice. Okay, long in for like 1 min to see. Then out. Alrighty. Let's see what map. Well, actually, yeah, I think the top player on the bracket is picking, so let me just have a look. Yeah, that is ViViD. Oh, wow. Oil Rampage. Fargo's saying you got owned there, ViViD. Versus Marika. Alrighty. So we will stay in this for like a minute just to find out how the latency is whilst getting the army. So with random reverse format, the players will often jump into the game, find the army, and then exit the game. But we're going to be staying just for that little bit extra, just to see the latency. And it is going to actually be an Inf Air, which, in my opinion, I mean, anything can happen. It's the World Series. But in my opinion, it's a 1-1 matchup, meaning I think Air Force is very favoured here. Latency looks pretty solid. I mean, me and Fargo are literally an hour's drive away from each other, so one of us hosting, I think, is definitely ideal. ViViD, of course, from Malaysia. $15, I think, is pretty solid. I think during the Marika ViViD games, it was over 20, actually, so 15 is very nice indeed. Probably as good as it gets. Not bad. Solid 15 so far. But man, it is cold here. I'm actually getting a bit of a ruddy nose myself. Whew. Alright, well, we're a minute in. I think that's as good as it's going to get, personally. Yeah, Fargo's happy with that. I'm out here. Nice, nice. Alrighty, I think it's time for me to end the poll. Let's have a look. So, nearly 250 votes in that poll. Very, very nice. Wow. ViViD overwhelming favourite, actually, going into this. So I'll end the poll there. Hello, Memo. How you doing? Oxygen says thank you, Xcal. No, thank you. Thank you for supporting the community, 0 Hour, and this tournament. Keeping the game alive. Big games coming up. Best of 15. Let's get into it. ViViD versus Fargo. Here we go. Oil Rampage. This is ViVid's map. And the players are in their usual colours. We got Fargo down in the south in the blue with the infantry. And up in the north, it is ViViD in green with USA Air Force. Will be actually interesting how both players decide to go about this, because I think if you play too passive with Imp, the Air Force is just going to get out of control. Air Force, I think in many people's view, is the best army in the game, especially the general powers. Fargo's going for a little bit of an aggressive poke here, and he's keeping his CC. Oh, he's actually selling his CC, but that was a late sell, which I actually quite like, because that can throw your opponent off into thinking it's a bit of a passive build. But this looks quite aggressive from Fargo here. And I think this could well be a troop crawler, tank hunter, kind of all in really. I mean, he's not going for oils here unless he's getting the capture building upgrade from this barracks. Will be interesting. First fee is out for ViViD. Capture building is in play for ViViD. Yeah, there is the troop caller. And there's no capture building here. This is very much an all-in aggro build from Fargo here. ViViD's actually going for a little bit of counter-harassment here. And he is reacting and making a fire base at home. But this troop caller's coming in. ViViD's going to try and get in that building. Oh, and he doesn't. Mistake from ViViD there, not getting in that building. Fargo is going to garrison this. The troop caller continues to push. And ViViD is going to lose one dozer, is he? Not quite. Where is the other dozer? Other dozer is here. Now it's how's your micro. 1V goes down. This is good pressure from Fargo. ViViD not paying attention to that V here. Oh, and he loses it. There's a dozer from Fargo here. But the issue is, the longer this goes, the better it is for ViViD. Fargo needs to do damage now. ViVid's got himself on 1, 2, 3, 4 oils. He's under a lot of pressure though. Another V goes down. Second V goes down. Third V goes down. Fargo with a massive victory there in terms of that engagement. Follow-up outposts are coming in, and ViViD will be disappointed with that. 4 Vs go down. Going for the crush. That is a decent crush. Flashbangs are in play. The Chinooks are going down. Dozers are actually still alive from ViViD. But Fargo does lose his supply behind this. Does he have capture building upgrade? No, he doesn't. So actually, ViViD is not dead yet. ViVid's still got the eco to hold, unless he gets hunted. That is the last dozer. And Fargo is chasing that last dozer. Oh! This is the slowest chase you've ever seen here. The damaged dozer running for its life. I think ViVid's out of power as well. He is. Still hasn't got the hunt off. Needs to get that hunt. I think if Fargo gets the hunt, he can win this. But the longer it goes, it is still suiting ViViD. One supply. Fargo's literally on one supply. He's going for that hunt though. He's still going for that dozer. ViViD trying to move it. Oh, it's so close. It is so close. The tank hunter's going to get picked off. The minigunner's going to pick picked off. Another troop caller coming in. The power is not being made. The troop caller is now on top of the barracks. And ViVid's economy is essentially just oils. Fargo is going for that dozer. Still hasn't got the dozer. Oh, wow. So ViVid's now got his power back. But he is going to get hunted finally, surely, though. He's got to lose that dozer. He's got to get it. He does get it now, surely. He's got it. Fargo's actually got himself a second supply here. Ooh, that was a bit of a miss micro on the assault troop caller. ViViD's got himself a Chinook back in play. He has got an airfield. He's got lots of production here, ViViD. But currently, his production is camped. Nice crush on the minigunner. Now an outpost is coming across the map. ViViD is still on 1, 2, 3, 4 oils here. Very, very tense first game. Insane first game, actually. Oh, wow. The outpost is broken. ViViD is actually not far from level 3, by the way. But Fargo himself is level 3. So if Fargo gets a CC right now, he could literally carpet an arty the last production of ViViD. Very nice use of the V to kill a dozer there. ViViD continuing to hold. Very, very tense first game. I'm literally looking at that XP bar right now. When that hits 1.5k, Pathfinders are in play. Fargo's last dozer is actually here. On ViViD's side of the map. ViViD might lose a barracks here. Agonizingly close to level 3. He's going to get level 3 now. Pathfinders are in play. Fargo needs to make his CC. He nearly has enough money for his CC. Get that dozer back. Make your CC and you can literally carpet. Oh my god, Fargo quits. Fargo quits. The Pathfinders weren't even out. Wow, what a first game. I actually thought that Fargo had it. I think if he'd have maybe just got his CC up after that initial damage and the hunt, then he probably could have taken game number 1. But that was a crazy hole from ViViD. Real tense moments within that first game. And that is a bit unfortunate for Fargo because I think, as I said at the start, I think air is the far superior army. Not just in general, but on this map, I think really, really superior. So ViViD's going to take a sigh of relief there, actually, because that could have been 2-0 to Fargo. But as it is now, Fargo under a little bit of pressure to equalise the score. We got ViViD down in the south, in the green, with now the infantry. And at the top of the map, in blue, it is Fargo with Air Force. Oh. Fargo rearranging his dozers here. Will delay his barracks slightly. But he is going to get his supply up that little bit quicker. You'd expect to see a second barracks, and there is a second barracks. ViViD, on the other hand, he's playing a very much different style here. So this is for sure passive. I think if you're Fargo scouting this, you ought to recognise this is a little bit more passive, although selling the CC again. Very late sales of the CC and a very forward dozer here. So I think actually ViViD is going to try and put on a bit of pressure, but the way he's going to do it is with a bit of an oil grab as well. Quite interesting, because you're in danger of getting hunted pretty easily when you sell your CC. Welcome General Sahil to the channel membership once again. Thank you for your support. And the first V is coming to intercept this barracks here. Wow, ViViD is actually spamming barracks. Nice unload from Fargo. Doesn't have enough to kill that dozer, I don't think, though. Oh, he is making a Hellfire. And that is one dozer down for ViViD. So the last dozer is here. He's getting a bit of an oil cap in play. As is Fargo. Yeah, and this is not working out for ViViD. Oh, ViViD didn't even sell the barracks. Wow. Fargo can make minigunners. Okay, interesting. Well, ViViD gets a war factory behind this. You'd probably expect an airfield as well. Oh, he's making another war factory. Okay, interesting. And Fargo is making minigunners. That is epic. And he trades a V to delay. I'm going to say delay that oil grab because ViViD's got enough minigunners to capture it. But that is actually super annoying now. He's having to fight minigunners. He does have an assault troop caller though, and he's also adding in an airfield behind his second war factory. Fargo getting a very fast search and destroy, second supply coming into play, and Fargo has all of his oils plus the refinery. So both players getting their eco boom. There's still one oil here which ViViD hasn't captured, and it looks like Fargo might be attempting to go for it. Nope, he does rotate back home. Raptor is out. Nice pick off on the outpost. ViViD is now making his CC, but, well, if it was me, I would use one of these Raptors to go and get the last dozer. And that might be what Fargo is definitely going to try and do here. But he is under a bit of pressure. He's lost one oil. And he's lost one V. But this Raptor's coming for the assault troop caller. And it breaks it but doesn't destroy it. And that V is cleared up. But there's quite a bit of pressure on the left side of the map here. Not an easy army to deal with. A lot of tank hunters. And a lot of minigunners. But Fargo does have search and destroy. Does have flashbangs as well. Mix with napalm are actually out. And he mixed the Rangers. Not the best mix, but that army does go down, and Fargo is rotating back here. Ooh, 3 Raptors did not kill that assault troop caller. Now, typically 2 kill it, but Fargo is actually getting attacked from 3 sides here. ViViD putting on the pressure, and it was a good build from ViViD because he's now got his CC back. He does lose that dozer though, and Fargo captured ViVid's oil there. Another oil is going to get taken out for Fargo though. Even just a single minigunner is so annoying. Because one minigunner can shoot the Raps, can kill the Chinooks. Very hard to deal with. Another assault troop caller coming across the map. MiGs are coming across the map as well. That is another oil going down for Fargo. Ooh. A little bit of a miss micro on the MiGs. And the Chinooks are now under fire. Oh, this one's actually garrisoned as well. ViViD is deep in the base of Fargo, and the Chinooks are starting to get gunned down here. Wow, 3 Chinooks are taken out by ViViD. Raptors cannot land. And Fargo is in trouble. Oh, and that is actually very annoying as well. He's starting to capture the airfield and the supply of Fargo. More assault troop callers are pouring in. Avenger does go down. I think he's going to get Fargo's supply. Yes, he does. Okay, that assault troop caller is cleanly picked off, but it required 4 Raptors to do it. ViViD is already level 3. Carpet is killing the strat center and the power and the barracks. Oh my word, massive hits here. And all the action is on the top side of the map. Fargo still has this oil, and there is a Colonel Burton. And Fargo needs that Burton to start killing a few oils here to get himself stabilised. He's also level 3, Fargo. So Fargo can recover here. He needs to get some Pathfinders out. Don't see any at the moment. He also needs to make sure he doesn't get hunted. That looks like it could be the last dozer. Mixer coming in. Again, not the best mix hits from here, from ViViD. And Burton is now working away at the oil. One oil is lost for ViViD. Flamer coming across the map. And there are the Pathfinders. So Fargo needs those, but he's losing more Chinooks. Definitely under a lot of pressure here. Surely he's got to see that Flamer. Okay, he does. Although I think that was... that almost looked like retaliation, you know. Okay, he does laser lock it. And we want to hear the sound of the Pathfinders. There is a Pathfinder here. There we go. And where is the Burton? I think that... did that Burton get cleared up? I think it might have done. Can't see the Burton. It only killed one oil. It may have stepped on the mines, actually. Yeah, I can't see that Burton. Let's do a little oil check. So Fargo's actually lost 3 oils, but he still has 4 oils, and he's getting his CC. So he's still okay. He's still okay, guys. This is not over. ViViD has done a lot of damage, but not game-ending damage. The MiGs do rotate back to those Tovies. I think ViViD may have been going for the hunt, you know, there. And there was a bit of a misclick along the way, and he's going to lose 3 of those 4 MiGs. Does get his oil back, but that is a sizable army from Fargo, who I think has stabilised. And this is where Air Force gets ridiculous. The Pathfinders, the General Powers. And Black
Hello
Lotus
again,
has been found.
X-Count. Here is the prize for the show match between Broker and Abuka. I will write all the details on the Discord. The remaining $5 to you. I wish ViViD good luck.
I'll check that message in a sec, but thank you. I will read it out again. Carpet coming in. Oh my god, that is a very nice carpet there. Kills 5 Vs. And ViViD now has his ECMs out. And that was, I'm going to say that was clutch for ViViD, because I think Fargo was in a position there to do a lot of damage. But as it is now, Fargo is taking heavy losses here. ViViD is now level 4.
Search and destroy.
And Search and Destroy is back for Fargo. There should be a carpet somewhere. Wow, that is a lot of MiGs. And that is a lot of Tovies going down here. Fargo needs to use his Raptors. He needs to break these outposts. If the outposts are broke, the Pathfinders can do their work. One outpost gets taken out. Second one going low. Again, Pathfinders can do the work. This Pathfinder does get picked off. Raptor not getting the connect it needed. It did take out one outpost. But, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of damage once again Fargo's taking. Does lose that dozer, but he does have his CC. And this is finally just about getting cleared up. But still very annoying. Very annoying for Fargo. The Black Lotus did get found there. Burton barely survived. And this is still not dealt with, actually. These 2 tank hunters have literally been a real thorn in Fargo's side here. ViViD is now committing heavily to MiGs. He has lost 2 oils himself and is mined out here. Fargo, on the other hand, needs to start recollecting on what was his main supply. There is 5k there, and 10k remains on the left-hand supply. Another oil is taken out for ViViD. And we have an artillery coming across the map as well. Spectre gunship. Yeah, it's going to take out another oil here. Let's keep our eye on the RT. Probably for the strat. Yeah, it is on the strat. Gets a couple of MDs as well. ViVid's actually not far from level 5. MiGs come in and take out a firebase. Pathfinder is moving. He does see it. Oh, and that is another carpet. Where is that? Oh, can the Raptors kill it? No, they can't. They were on air patrol. And that is painful. The airfield is taken out. But Fargo holds for now. He does have another airfield, and he is trying to remake his strategy centre. Still hard to say which way this is going to go, but ViViD is now level 5. And is that an EMP or is that a mine drop? Oh well, two are flying in. One's an EMP and one is a mine drop. We'll see which is which. That looks like the mines. And the EMP goes on the airfield. It actually lands and grounds those raptors. Here's a techie question for you. If you shoot at these raptors when they're EMP, do they still have PLD? That's a question for someone in the chat. MiGs coming in. A lot of Tovies go down, but the 2 Avengers do kill a lot of MiGs as well. Fargo does lose his raptors, and actually I could have seen right then, couldn't I? I don't think they were PLDing, so I think we have our answer. That they do not PLD. Another Tovey goes down. This barracks could go down. He's going to target the dozer though. Wants to deny that strategy centre. Yeah, and he was actually focusing that strategy centre, so ViViD really doesn't want Fargo to have search and destroy. We do have a nuke in play for ViViD. And he's actually not killing that barracks intentionally, I think. He's trying to hide around it. Which again is just being annoying, and he's picking off what he can. Yeah, very smart from ViViD here to not kill that barracks. Fargo's still doing his best to try and break that outpost. He's broken it now. But there's no Pathfinders actually. There are flashbangs, but he's losing, I think, both Tovies, yeah. So just very efficient from ViViD there. 3 oils remain for ViViD. 4 oils remain for Fargo. So Fargo still can do this. Air, general powers, and Pathfinders. Here comes the Spectre gunship once again. That's going to be another oil going down for ViViD, who is slowly going to dry up in money here, although it looks like ViViD might commit to a few hackers the way he's built that barracks. Carpet in play. Where is that going? Maybe on Fargo's oil here. Fargo trying to hold the line. He may actually shoot that carpet down. Avenger is moving to intercept. And he does shoot it down. It's a little bit of damage on that oil, but not enough. Fargo floating 7.5k. And yeah, he's making a few hackers here. Fargo sees the hackers.
Search and destroy.
And one MiG goes down, a dozer and a Tovey goes down. Again, a little misclick on the MiGs. Fargo is mined out, so Fargo's economy is literally 4 oils, and he's making a particle cannon. Carpet coming in. That is a nice carpet. Gets the airfield and a couple of trucks. Did save the MiGs though, ViViD. Bruno Bancro with the super chat there. Go Fargo, you can do better. Thank you, Bruno, for the super chat and for the support. Ooh. A couple of Raptors that went down there. One here, one here. But ViViD did lose an oil in the process. So ViViD is down to 1 oil, 1 supply. There is 9k remaining, and he's made a few hackers. In 2 minutes, I think Fargo's going to lose at least an oil and a refinery. And this artillery, Fargo's not repaired that oil. And that is too late, yeah. Ooh. Literally 1 hit. Fargo sells it. I don't blame him. Article cannon and general powers for Fargo. Few hackers for ViViD. This is going to go down to the wire, this game. Both players are going to be basically broke. Fargo does have a decent army. ViViD MiG count is only at 3. Has not been too efficient with his MiGs. A mine drop here did kill a couple of Vs. Raptors coming in. Oh wow, that's... Can't afford to do stuff like that. Fargo trying to get himself a drop zone. Fargo might actually be committing here. He's got to be careful. I think EMP is going to be ready pretty soon. And you probably want to try and drop a Pathfinder into this sort of location to deal with these. Refinery is still in play. And wow, ViViD saved his last oil there. Spectre gunship did get shot down. Raptor's going to try and finish it off. I'm not sure... Okay, it is enough. I was not sure the threshold on how much damage it needed, and it looked pretty close, and it was just enough. And ViViD might actually nuke the army, you know. Just thinking about it. If he nukes here and goes in, as opposed to the oil, maybe that's what he's going for. That is a potential possibility. Fargo's spread his army out really nicely, just in case. There is... Is that an EMP? It is an EMP. And a carpet. Yeah, ViViD is committing here. ViViD is 100% committing. I think he's going to use the nuke aggressively. I think that is the plan here. Gonna get on top of the Raptors. This is a crucial moment in this game. Fargo needs to hold. He needs to get his army over here. But he's worried about the nuke, that threat of the nuke. Fargo is back online. But is doing a really good job in not clumping up his army. But the problem is, you then trade pretty ineffectively against an inf blob. That was a super tense moment. The nuke still hasn't been used, so yeah, I think ViViD did want to use that on the army, but he may commit to these oils now. Oh, he actually commits to that oil. Didn't get the war factory, so maybe needed to place that slightly better. I think he wanted the oil and the production there. That's made an inferno. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hackers for ViViD. 2 more here not hacking. Oh, and that was the Colonel Burton. Wow. Oh, and there's a few hackers here as well. ViViD does have some eco. Hasn't got all of his hackers working yet, though. And there's... Well, I can see 2 there as well. ViVid's really spread out his hackers. So what will this particle cannon go for? Maybe power and a prop? Maybe airfield and 2 war factories is a pretty good target. Fargo sees those hackers. And a carpet on the airfield here. Another mine drop for ViViD. So I think he's going to go for another push. Fargo doesn't have that much, you know. Just the 2 oils. Might even want a particle cannon the army, you know. That is an option. 4 MiGs in play. It's pretty tense, this. 2 very exciting opening games in this best of 15 final. Yeah, just a couple of free pickoffs on the MDs. And he goes for the dozer. Artillery coming in. Now, will that be on the firebase? Because to me, it looks like ViViD really wants to commit and push here. Or will it be on the oils? Particle cannon is killing the 2 MiGs and should get 2 war factory as well. Artillery is on the oil. Okay, so it is literally 1 oil, a particle cannon, and some general powers for Fargo, playing a few hackers, a nuke, and general powers of ViViD. I did say this is going to go to the wire. Carpet's coming in. That is definitely on the firebase. Has to be. Fargo needs to be careful here. He does move his army. Loses a dozer and a reactor though. Oh, nice fuel air bomb. Potentially a clutch fuel air bomb. Pathfinders need to get over there and start doing the magic. There they go. ViViD goes back for now. That was a super fuel air. MiGs are grounded. Fargo holds for now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Tovies. I think basically they're empty though. 1 Avenger and 1 oil. So ViViD's economy is probably better than Fargo's right now. Actually getting his war factory back. And the MiGs are hovering. What is this? Oh, a Burton drop. He sees these hackers. ViViD's moving an outpost, trying to find the drone by the look of it. He's found the drone. Oh, nice leaflet. The Infernos are disabled for now, and Fargo is potentially committing here. Colonel Burton, yeah, Fargo's committing. Spectre gunship coming in on the army. Oh, that Burton though. That Burton went down. MiGs are coming in. Is this an overextension from Fargo? Did Fargo need to do this? Losing a lot of his army. Bit of a panic MiG there from ViViD. And actually, Fargo's getting on top of the production here. That could be an EMP though. Oh, that is an EMP. That is a crazy EMP. Oh, big moment. Oh, Fargo needed to break that assault troop caller. And the Pathfinder would have actually cleared everything up. But as it is, Fargo losing his army here. ViViD remaking some MiGs. Fargo desperate to close the game out now. I think he identifies on 1 oil. He's losing the eco war. Pathfinder is now shooting this army. We got a Gat cannon slowly chipping away at this bunker. Lol. ECMs are just going to lock down a couple of Tovies. And they rotate back for now. Flamer from ViViD actually crushes the Pathfinder. Clears the bunker. Oh my god! Literally desperation carpet from ViViD. But Fargo He's not got a lot left. He's only got 2 Tovies. Nuke is being launched. Where is this nuke going? It has to go here, surely. Yeah. Wow, that is Fargo out of cash. If he sells some stuff, he can maybe make a drop zone. He's got an extra supply he can sell. But having said that, he is flat broke. He's literally got 1k in the bank. I think ViViD has done this. It is going down to the wire. These hackers are saving ViViD, but particle cannon is coming in. ViViD actually has nothing to deal with this single Tovey that's coming across the map. Power's going to go down. And I think the refinery might barely survive. Oh, he does have a couple of outposts, actually. Carpet coming in on the war factory. I think he got an ECM, actually. Yeah, he killed an ECM in the process. What is that? Mine drop in front of the war factory? Wow, Fargo doesn't even have a dozer. Oh, that is brutal, yeah. He has no strat. No dozer. Fargo cannot... He cannot get any secondary eco here. He's got to win on general powers and the units he has alone. ViViD taking out a power plant there. Fargo actually sold his particle cannon just to get a few extra units out. But these mines are ridiculously annoying because he hasn't got a dozer to clear them. So he's got to pull back through the arms leader. One Raptor can be very efficient. It did go down though. But I think Fargo has loaded up a Pathfinder here. He has. He's got to unload it though. Oh my. Oh, I think the Pathfinder was in there actually and went down. ViViD has done this. ViViD has done this. Did Fargo need to attack though? That engagement. Should he have just used his general powers and try and get some... Oh no, look at this. Raptor misclick. And the Spectre gunship misclick as well. Fargo's been defeated. Holy moly. That is 2-0 ViViD in what could have been 2-0 Fargo. I'll read out the Lodeka message now. Hello again, Xcal. Here's the prize for the show match between Brocker and Abuka. He will write all the details in the Discord. Remaining $5 to you. I wish ViViD good luck. Thank you very much for that donation. Yeah, I did agree to cast Abuka and Brocker in a challenge organised by Lodeka. So, yeah, thank you for that. Whew, and take a breath, guys, because we are now going on to Fargo's map. That is 2-0 to ViViD in what was 2 very epic opening games there. Yeah, and that'll be frustrating for Fargo because he was so close in game 1 to winning that. ViViD somehow hold, and I think if he'd have got the hunt before ViViD got his reactor up, which was so close, I think Fargo would have taken game 1. And little things here, that carpet on the right side from ViViD when he reduced Fargo's army. I think that was a massive moment because Fargo had a big army then at that point. And Fargo could have literally just chilled and picked ViViD off with general powers, but ViViD did a pretty nice hacker transition, which just gave him enough money in the end to get the win. Mark Smart says 2 throws unbelievable. Yeah, I agree that Fargo could have easily taken both those games. Yeah, Fargo agrees with you, Mark. He says 2 throws, not bad so far. And he picks Vendetta. Vendetta, nice map. Quite an open map. What I call one of the meta maps, so I'd say must be in like the top 10 most played maps, Vendetta. But it is a good map. And we have a matchup here which Fargo can win both ways. I think when you go behind in a random reverse, as long as you get matchups that are relatively balanced, you've got to be happy with that. It is GLA Mirror though, which Fargo wasn't too happy to get against Big Size, of course, in the previous round. Sam says nobody saying GG, got me thinking it was a replay cast for a sec. Mr. X says epic match. Yeah, I agree. That was a super, super awesome match. Whew. Mr. Riff says upload this match on my channel. I mean, it'll be here on this stream. This can be watched back. So yeah, but very good. I hear what you're saying. Both those games are like castable in their own right for being super exciting. Anyway, we are over on Vendetta. Fargo again in the blue. He is down at the bottom with the stealth. And in the north, in the green, with GLA Demolition, it is ViViD. Gemsto Delungo says, when will the finals be? 19 GMT this Friday. Dominator TV. So hopefully that is a nice time for everyone to view it in Europe, in America. Might be a little bit late for the Asian audience, but yeah, 19 GMT Friday. So it is 3 supplies, very fast 3 supplies from Fargo. And we have a 2 supply TT build from ViViD. I think when you're against Demolition, you do have to anticipate that you could get TT'd. And we've still got a long way to go yet, guys. So Fargo with an unlucky start, but he can definitely come back here. Worker has gone in the hut there. Terrorist is waiting outside. And here comes the TT. But ViViD's doing the classic here. And what I mean by the classic, that is one tech to distract. And the second tech's going to then come in and try and get a good connect on the TT. So we'll stay with both. Let's see Fargo's reaction here. He has got terrorists dotted around for tech harass. And for TT as well. TT counter. Gone up to 2 arms dealers. In comes the actual TT from ViViD, who just cleanly takes the supply. And I actually really like that from ViViD. Rather than losing the harassing tech, he tries to, he just does lose it in the end. But the intention was to try and get it home. Meanwhile, Fargo's done some good harassment here. I think he TT'd the fake barracks with 1 terrorist, and he's run over a few workers. So that is very nice from Fargo, who is looking very solid in this GLA mirror, so may have worked on it after the last round. And yeah, Fargo looks in the better position to me. He's got a quite nice forward aggro tunnel there. Tech just survives. He gets his 3rd supply back, and he's on dual arms. ViViD lost a few workers there, lacking a worker on the left side. ViViD now going for a little bit more pressure. Techs with RPGs coming across the map. Fargo is in position to counter. Ooh, we might lose his worker here. Oh yeah, that building was damaged. That is a big loss of map control for Fargo. But he does have control over the left side, and he's actually now looking to maybe push ViViD a little bit. Yeah, TT on the tunnels. So both players' 3rd supply is getting very harassed here. Looking good for Fargo, you gotta say. ViViD is actually going back to try and deal with this. He does kill the tech. Fargo's got to be careful here. ViViD's got a lot of techs. And he does rotate back. Oxygen with the super chat. Thank you very much indeed. We'll stay with the action. Fargo's got himself a super tech. And ViViD goes back. Ooh, super tech does go down. Quite a lot of cat and mouse here. ViViD's sort of TT was in the mix there. Heavy losses on both sides. Who's coming out on top? ViViD is coming out on top here, just barely. There's a sneaky worker that ViViD needs to be aware of. The game stabilizes a little bit. ViViD does see this and deals with it. Fargo continues to push. ViViD trying to hold here. Oh, a little bit of miss micro with the tech. That could be game ending actually. He did run away with the quads. He has got himself up to 2 arms dealers. He's losing his barracks. Fargo forcing the issue once again. Big moment here. ViViD trying to hold. Both players lose a quad. But why is Fargo fighting in... Oh, another TC from ViViD. That is nice. Is he going to get a quad as well? No, he's not. But he's going to try and harass some workers here. And yeah, get some nice crushes off. Yeah, what I was going to say is, why is Fargo fighting in 2 halves? He had 2 quads here and like 3 here. I think if he'd have sent everything, he could have kicked ViViD off this supply and potentially won the game. We'll see though. That was a nice TT and a nice harass. And ViViD has stabilised. Fargo, what's happened here? There's a naught supply being constructed. Both players a little bit apprehensive to fully commit. Fargo gets that tunnel. Fargo continuing to push. I like Fargo's angle better here. Big moment though. ViViD spreading his quads out. Wow, ViViD is taking this fight significantly in ViVid's favour. Wow.
Greetings to you and our community.
Fargo re-popping, but going back in. No palace for either player. Fargo's going to be annoyed about that. What was that supply doing? Re-pop from here. Is that an overextension from ViViD? It may well be. It was an overextension from ViViD. And ViVid's going to try and pick off those couple of quads. Wow, he's still actually fighting here. Gets himself... Wow, that Vet 2 quad literally on 1 HP surviving. But Fargo has lost that forward position. Both players have control over 1 oil. But the difference is Fargo does have the left side. Thank you, AKA, for the $25 donation. Greetings to you and our community. Huge shout out to AKA, of course, who not only for this World Series, but is whether it's the LANs, whether it's tournaments throughout the year, different events, is a massive part in this community. So greetings to you as well, and hope you're enjoying what is an epic set so far. ViViD trying to force the issue. He does get in that building. I think, yeah, Fargo needed to get in that building, but he does pick off one of ViVid's retreating quads, and ViViD is taking control of this right side, whereas Fargo has control of the left side. So what do you prefer on Vendetta? Do you prefer to have the 2 oils, or do you prefer to have this supply? There is 18k here, and Fargo has tunneled this up quite nicely. Still no palace for either player. Okay, Palace now going up for ViViD. What about for Fargo? Not yet. So ViViD is slightly ahead on the Palace tech. Fargo clearing the middle position, which is nice to do. This does give a little bit of vision, but there's no real importance here because the key areas are right and left on Vendetta. But yeah, definitely nice to clear this tunnel, and I think he might be able to do that. Garrison in the buildings. Palace at 50%, and Palace... Oh, I missed that. Wow, Palaces are identical. I missed Fargo's Palace. They are literally 9 minutes in on identical Palace timings. How uncanny. Absolutely uncanny there. Yeah, and that position is going to be super hard to break. So what Fargo needs to do now is start TTing the ores, and that is exactly what he looks like he's going to do. But it seems like ViViD might be trying a little bit of a TT of his own. Oh, that is very nice from Fargo. Doesn't just get the oil, he got a few quads as well. ViViD in return got an arms dealer, but yeah, there was some pretty intense multitasking there. Both TTing and both trying to intercept the TT. Right, Palace is up. Palace is up. Got 10k in the bank for ViViD, 6k for Fargo. And ViViD dropping his first black market. He's making another TT. Fargo well established on this left side. Another TT coming in. And I like Fargo's choice to actually kill this oil first. Oh wow. That could have been catastrophic for ViViD there. But I think Fargo did not have retaliation on. I think with retaliation on, the whole tunnel gets deleted there. So ViViD still has an oil. Battle bus is out for Fargo. CC being dropped for ViViD, who is significantly leading the XP race here. Oh, bus out for ViViD as well. GNX says he would prefer the left side of the map. Nice Jarman Kell from Fargo. And a good hold from Fargo. ViViD having to retreat. Two quads going down. Oh, might be getting too close to that building. Doesn't want to get his bus bunkered. Oh, and that was... Okay, both players lose their bus here. ViViD is getting a lot of quad kills though. But the difference is Fargo keeps his bus shell alive, so he can actually save those RPGs. Ooh, don't lose the quad. Oh, he lost the quad. Yeah. Those RPGs are getting saved. Another TT coming in. Cash bounty in play for ViViD. Supply going down. Terrorist nearly bugged out there. Oh, there was a Jarman. I think Fargo saw that. He wanted to go for a TT. But he's actually coming down the right side. And ViViD is out of position. And Fargo gets it. That's an important pick off for Fargo, who is now a supply up. Let's do a little market count. 1, 2, and a scud for ViViD versus 2 for Fargo, but no scud. So ViViD with the earlier scud. Third market on the way. A few buggies are up now for ViViD. Like he wants to just take out that bus shell. And he does. We've not seen a demo ambush yet. Might be something ViViD wants to combo. Potential push and a ambush on the... Oh! What was this? Oh! Oh! The shaman of Fargo went down. Fox Tractor does kill this building. Fargo once again wants to push, and he may be forced to push when he sees that scud go up. He's got to be careful here though. There is an absolute swamp of demo traps. Wow. Wow, ViViD's got a nice line there. Still, okay, we see the first scud on the way for Fargo, but he's going to be upset seeing this one, but he can saboteur it. There is a second scud being dropped from ViViD. I see Jarman and ViViD still sniping away. We see Fargo's Jarman on the way to intercept, but he's just going to lose a couple of quads here for free. The difference in XP is remarkable. That's down. Nice pick off from Fargo. Hello, Nuku, Stefan. Love from Switzerland. Love you, mate. Good to see you. And Fargo's Jarman is in the building here. Oh, ViViD scans. And that Jarman does go down. Okay, we see a bit of a buggy war going on now. Both players losing their quads. You will just see essentially buggy Oni with the odd bus and Jarman. What is the market situation for Fargo? He's on 2. As ViViD is on a lot more. 6. How's that happened? When Fargo has this extra supply. ViViD looks ahead to me. Very ahead. Unless some of these are fakes, but I don't think so. Wow, that's a nice combo. Definitely couldn't commit to a pop there. And ViViD goes in the building. Oh! How has he not sniped that? Oh, Fargo, you got to scan. Wow. Look at this. Oh, ViViD is well on the way to level 5 here. Fargo's used his GPS scrambler. And 2 buses. I think he's going to want to try and do some damage. Yeah, ViViD is creeping up to level 5. Both players have 2 scuds, but crucially, ViViD is going to fire first. But Fargo's adding in 2 more. ViViD's adding in 1 more. And that is the ViViD Jarman. Shay says ViViD should get Scud Launcher. That would be pretty cool. Just constantly keep dropping it here. Yeah? What is that buggy doing? Jarman nearly got killed, I think, in the damage there. Project Manager says, is it stealth versus demo? Yes, it is. ViViD, demo, Fargo, stealth. See, what's ViViD doing here? He's put 2 on that, 1 on that, and nothing on that. What's he doing? That is weird numbering. Unless he's counting that as 1, that as 2, and that as 3. But that is some weird logic going on right there. Be curious what ViViD uses his Scud on. Fargo being pretty efficient with that Jarman Kel, definitely coming on top of the Jarman War, but still significantly behind in XP. And this ViViD Sim City is looking vast compared to Fargo's market situation, which is looking a little bit thin on the ground, but he has got the extra scud. But remember, demo scuds pack that extra little punch. No AP rockets for ViViD. Can't click on any of these, they're all stealthed. And Fargo now sees the demo traps. He sees the Shaman as well, and another pick-off on the Jarman Kel. Buggies are popped from ViViD. Fargo gets a nice efficient little trade there. ViViD Scud is ready to fire. It was this one, wasn't it? Okay, let's see where it goes, boys. Yep, he takes Fargo's Scud out. So hang on a minute. I'm curious of ViVid's beacon numbering, how he's doing it. Well, we'll see on the next one, won't we? Okay, the players are engaging here. And Fargo is committing, ViViD is committing. But the difference is, ViViD is actually level 5 already. So we'll probably have ambush. We'll probably have... Oh, the Tox Bomb is so close to this army. Oh, wow. He didn't use it. I'm surprised he didn't use it here. I can't believe that. Killing his own quads. It's like he didn't see this, because he's literally just run back. I think that might have been an ambush there. But that is bizarre, and he's actually QQ'd everything. He's dragging his own quads back through his own tox. I mean, I think ViViD had the game if he just Anthrax here. Fargo has nothing to defend. That was weird. Was that a potential throw from ViViD? He has got another Scud to fire. And he does fire it instantly. I'm going to stay with the Scud because I think that's quite critical. If he hits the wrong Scud here, he could be in a bit of trouble. But he's going for the arms dealers. Yeah. So Fargo's production is actually totally zeroed. Does still have a few GPS buggies, and he's going to have a Scud to fire himself, but he's losing markets. Do you use that Scud defensively? The problem is buggies are hard to hit, because buggies are so fast, of course. Where is that going? Oh, it's defensive. It's defensive. Ouch. And that's what I mean. I mean, before that Scud gets anywhere close to hitting, ViViD can just literally run away. But he's losing markets in his main base. So we have an odd bit of a base trade situation here. But the difference is ViViD just seems to have a lot more. Plus his production is not camped. He's actually using workers to detonate. Yeah, 2 buggies there. Oh, look at that. Fargo with a clutch Anthrax. And now it's ViViD's production that's going to get camped. Oh, Rebel Ambush kills all the buggies. And the Jarman revealed itself. There's a bus out for Fargo, who is desperate to get on top of that ViViD production. He does actually have 3 arms dealers, ViViD. So it's going to be hard to clamp that down. Sneak attack from ViViD. Plus a Scud. Is he going for a bit of a combo wombo here? No. Oh wow, but Fargo is losing scuds all over the place. He's going to lose both his scuds here, Fargo. Oh, and that was the one that was due to fire. I think ViViD has done this. ViViD is going to take a 3-0 lead here. And it has been another epic game. Fargo, once again, so close. I thought he was in a better position, you know, when he had that left side. He did well to TT the oils, but both players trading massive blows here. But Fargo on the ropes in this game. He has one market. Yeah. And one scud.
You have been defeated.
And that is 3-0 to ViViD. Which, I have to say, doesn't tell the full story. I think Fargo has come incredibly close in all three of these games. And I'd actually love to hop out of the game and check the eco around the time when ViViD had lost his oils and Fargo had that left side. Because you would have thought Fargo would be ahead at that point. So I'm very curious, but I think ViViD just seemed to take the better engagements. That XP lead, the cash bounty really kicked in, and then he was on top of his market spam and just gradually got ahead through that way. Cup of tea. Yeah, Fargo needs to maybe take a minute and compose himself here. Because that, for sure, is frustrating. Would be frustrated myself there. And you feel like some of those games should have definitely gone in your favour. ViViD has accepted. And Fargo is now ready. So Fargo needs to get on the scoreboard here. Give some Fargo +++ in the chat for Fargo to get himself back together. And we start with him. He is in the north in the blue with GLA Demolition. Down in the south, it is ViViD with the GLA Stealth. And the problem is, ViViD's GLA is exceptional. It really, really is. So it's not an easy feat by any means to take down ViViD's GLA. And Fargo got himself in a good situation. Can he do the same and potentially then close the game out in the reverse? We shall see. He's going for 3 supplies. And I think he will do a TT with this as well. Yeah, terrorists are being prepped. It is 3 supplies from ViViD. Fargo spreads some workers out quite nicely here, so he can get pretty nice map control behind this TT. But I think this connecting is going to be pretty crucial. ViViD starting his tunnel on the left-hand side. Fargo could just demo trap that. Yep. And that would be actually a nice kill, a worker and a scaffold, but oh, ViViD literally cancels at the last second. But that tech has been distracted by this. And here is Fargo's TT. So this could actually be very good for Fargo. That tech has taken some damage though. I think you've got to go for the supply in this situation. And he does. Only down to the hole though. But still a decent connect. ViViD getting a little bit of harass done in the top left. And ViViD does have control of the left side as well. Fargo, ooh, losing control of the right side. And ViViD's going to garrison this building. So I'd say that the start is going better for ViViD here, who's now expanding very quickly to the left-hand side and will be soon back on his 3rd supply as well. Tunnel going up for ViViD. Fargo needs to try and deny that. HSN Leb says, didn't get the tea get cold. Lukewarm, I'd call it. Tunnel also denied from Fargo by this second oil. So Fargo's lost pretty much all map control. Nice TT kill on that quad. Trying to get a bit of harassment done here. ViViD, wow, saves all his workers. That is nice though. Scrap tech, putting in some work. This tech does get picked off. Fargo spamming a bit behind this. He's going to need to, but the harassment is good. He needs that to bring himself back into this game. And he's got a fast scrap deny. Fargo getting himself into that bunker. And needs to start getting some sort of control on either the right or left side of this map. Going for a sneaky tunnel in the middle. And that might be what he needs to come back, because he has been on the dual arms dealer span. Oh, and ViViD sees this tunnel. Tech coming across the map. Okay, it was just an empty tech. And some annoying tech RPG going on from ViViD here. That is very annoying for Fargo. Are these workers all mining? No, they're not. What is going on here? 1, 2, 3... There's like 3 workers not mining here. He's moving them now, I think. Yeah, I think he's just realised. What's going on? These mining. That one's not mining. There's some workers not mining on these supplies for some reason. Fargo pushing across the map. Tech RPG still being super annoying though. But Fargo surely will identify there's a supply here. If you circle over the dock, you can see if it's being mined. And he's crushed a worker, so he will know. He's losing workers on his third supply. And you need an RPG to control fire and reveal. And that's exactly what he's doing. And he can now gun down this supply. But ViViD, meanwhile, has full control over the oils. And ViVid's actually going to try and hold this left side as well. Does lose this supply. But that's a bit of an awkward angle for Fargo here, who's blocking himself. And he loses a couple of quads. But ViVid's Tech RPG gets caught in the crossfire. And another mistake from ViViD there, losing his other Tech RPG. Fargo knows he needs to get part of this map, whether it's the left or the right, because it's basically an instant loss if you don't have one of the sides. ViViD is getting both oils behind this, and this is actually very cute here. There's also a lack of workers here, but this is going to... Anthrax will stay with the action here. ViViD holds this. I think this is 4-0 ViViD. Fargo losing his entire army, and Fargo quits. He knows ViViD had this whole army. The Tox Tractor, sorry, this whole side. The Tox Tractor was gonna basically anthrax that third supply of Fargo, and Fargo did not manage to break that left-hand side. It was a good hold from ViViD in the end. There's the eco difference. And that is 4-0. So ViViD is taking a very, very good start here. But remember, best of 15, he is actually, believe it or not, only halfway. He is only halfway. To victory. Wife just had a FaceTime call, so she shut the door. Some greetings from Denmark. What are we saying in the chat? Yeah, Danya Yusupov says Fargo did everything right except not taking advantage of pushing the right supply early game. That cost him. Yeah, I think when I pointed out he had a few quads fighting by the oil, and then he had a few pushing the third. Just group up and go, and I think it's his game. I think he wins in that situation. But it is ViViD's map. ViViD is be right back. Mr. X says all games are very close. Very true, yeah. Yeah, it's 4-0, but it's 4-0 on paper. It doesn't tell the whole story. So there we go. Someone says, Mark Smart says 3 throws. Potentially. Fargo's got some question marks. So what's in the pool here? Canyon Frost is in the pool. Forest of Camelot's in the pool. TeeeZ, No Bugs, No Cars. Stonehenge, Sovereignty, Snowy. Imminent Victory is in the pool. Farmlands is in the pool. Dralim Desert is in the pool. Desolated. So yeah, quite a few choices. But we'll see. ViViD is taking his time here. He says hands frozen all the games doesn't help. It is bloody cold. San says we need some USA mirrors. Yeah, Fargo very good in USA mirrors. That is for sure. I think from experience, what Fargo wants to avoid is USA GLA. I just think ViViD is hands down the best player in 0 Hour in that matchup. Be right back BRB stands for be right back. Anomaly says best of. BO15. It's in the title. Best of 15 means first to 8. Wraith says, imagine if it's 8-0. Well, I think it depends on Fargo's composure, I think, now at this point. Because, as we saw there, 2 or at least 3 of those games could have gone Fargo's way. So to be 4-0 down when you feel like you've played pretty good is annoying. So hopefully he doesn't sort of fall off a cliff now in terms of level, because ViViD's looked, I'd say, pretty consistent in each game, but Fargo's got the ability to certainly come back, but got to stay composed. Mark Smart says Fargo's going to retire after this. He's in some other tournaments, so I don't think so. And there's other tournaments coming up. Yeah, ViViD is the in. Let me, just in case he's not in. That way we know. I'm being asked, what am I drinking? I think this is green tea. It's tea. I think it's green tea. Someone's saying I look like Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory. Change my haircut. I mean, my haircut's pretty basic. It's a 2 to 4 on the back and sides with a little bit off the top. That's literally what I asked for. and a straight line across the back. I think that's pretty standard haircut. Alright, ViViD is back. And let's see on the map. I'd like to see farmlands. Pretty cool. Dralim's also another good one. But... Alright, he's gone for Dralim. Buying that. I think Fargo likes this map as well. I think he may have picked this against size. But let's see, we're going to go in and out. And it is a China nuke. This may suit Fargo, believe it or not. I think China could be, if ViViD does have a weakness, could be ViViD's sort of some China mirrors. And Fargo is old school, so he's going to be well adept in this particular matchup. And it can be won both ways again, which I think is crucial for coming back. Monkus says I should definitely have a Twitch account. Normally says how much dollars does Fargo get for the loss. I think he's guaranteed like 300 something. The players here are playing for 500 plus, so that is going to be the difference between third or fourth. It's in the description, guys, so check it out. Alright, well, 4-0 to the good. It is ViViD in the green of in the top right of Dralim Desert with Vanilla China. Down in the bottom left, in the blue, it is Fargo with the nuke. Okay, well this looks like an oil grab for Fargo, and it also looks like an oil grab for ViViD. Will ViViD go for an airfield behind this, or a war factory? That's what we are looking at here. It is a war factory. And it is a war factory from Fargo, so kind of identical builds. We've actually got Vedguard veterancy here. And Tank Hunter probably going to drop a bunker here. Which is nice, it's enough to deter a Battlemaster, for sure. It is a flame first for Fargo. Question is, did the players rally scout? I think Fargo might be heading straight for that oil, so maybe he knows that ViViD's going for an oil grab, can just gun that down, flame it down straight away. Airfield follow up from ViViD. Flamers coming out for ViViD as well, and an outpost. And it's a lot of bunkers for Fargo, who is sending a flamer to each oil. I don't think one Tank Hunter is enough to actually kill that. He might lose a dozer here if he's not careful. But that is a very nice wall of bunkers from Fargo. Yeah, and the flamers are going in. I think this is looking like a good start for Fargo. If he can get rid of ViViD's 2 oils and have 2 oils himself, he should be in a good position. Yeah, that oil goes down. ViViD losing a dozer as well, and the top left oil goes down too. Fargo already on the 3rd supply, so I'm gonna say this is the perfect start for Fargo. It really is. Already teching up. There is a helix for ViViD though. But Fargo does have a lot of gats, which is nice. And Fargo losing an oil of his own. And there is a bit of a push coming in here from ViViD. And Fargo, as long as he doesn't take critical damage here, is definitely ahead. But the Lix is in play as well. flamer is picked off. Fargo doesn't have a lot of gats here. Oh no. This is a very dangerous moment for Fargo, who's made an overlord. He's only got one gat, which is astonishing. Troop crawler coming in on the bunker. Wow, and the helix goes down. That was just inside the war factory there. Massive moment if that gat would have gone down. I think ViViD needed to unload that a little bit earlier. Didn't kill the dozer either. And Lotus is out for ViViD. ViViD not on a third supply, but Fargo's third supply has been denied. He did lose an overlord, and ViViD is leading that XP race once again. Lotus is on the way. Overlord is out once again. We do have a lot of gats now for Fargo. But there was a window there for ViViD to actually win that game. And the Lotus might spot the other Lotus. Yep. Will Fargo retreat back for it? He does. But ViViD, wow, running away. And should be safe there as well. Well, with good micro, I think Fargo runs ViViD over here. ViVid's third supply getting shut down literally as soon as it's made. ViViD considering committing. He is committing. 2 overlords here. And that second overlord is crucial. Fargo looking like he's going to get himself on the scoreboard. ViViD not really syncing with his army. This lick should just get deleted here. Yeah. And I think ViVid's going to GG. Nicely done from Fargo, though he loses his... Wow, he loses his overlord. Somehow he's lost his army there. ViViD holds for now, but ViViD has literally 0 army. This has to be Fargo's game. Here another Lick's in play. Yeah, more trucks getting harassed. ViViD is close to level 3. Doesn't have his CC though. Fargo still has that oil lead and a pretty safe third supply. Might even lose that third supply. Not quite. There is the follow-up. Only 2 gats here. There is a gat overlord. 3 ECMs out for ViViD. He's going to lock down the ECM of Fargo here. Fargo a little bit apprehensive. He's actually going back, but realises by keeping ViViD off that third supply and the fact that he's on a 4th supply and an oil himself, he is just way ahead. And I do, to be honest, like that decision. He is regrouping. Doesn't want to throw this one. Okay, but there are 4 ECMs for ViViD and there are 4 gats for Fargo. Again, Fargo very cautious. ViVid's very close to level 3. Where's that flamer going? New cannon out for Fargo as well. More bunkers being added. And there's no way in here for ViViD. Fargo picking off another couple of trucks. Oh, and the Lotus actually forced to sell on that back supply. The nuke cannon is very nice. Should just delete the ECMs. ECMs have to run away. Yeah, and that is going to be very hard to engage. Nuke cannon might be stepping out too far, but ooh, the Helix nearly went down there. ViViD is now level 3, but no CC. Legion I asking if it's really 4-0. Well, it looks to me like it's about to be 4-1. Fargo is going to get himself on the scoreboard here. Unless something very dramatic happens. ViViD trying to get his CC. Fargo now dropping a nuke. Yeah, I mean, nuke MiGs are in play. Fargo has his CC as well and is almost level 3 himself. There is the nuke. ViViD trying to hang on. ViViD attempting to commit. He can use his carpet on this army. I think that's what you'll see him do. There it is. Carpet is coming in. Not a bad carpet. ECMs are going to lock down the gats, or as many as possible. And both Helixes goes down. I think ViViD is going to GG out here. Yep. GG. Fargo is on the scoreboard. And a pretty smooth performance there from Fargo. He looked in control of that from the very start. But which army do you prefer? Is nuke that much more favoured? I don't think it's too badly imbalanced. Of course, when nuke gets to propaganda tech, then it really starts to swing. But yeah, Fargo can definitely take another win here for sure, and he will get confidence from that. That is 4-1. Game number 6 on Dralim Desert. It is ViViD down in the bottom left in green with nuke, and in the top right with Vanilla China it is Fargo in blue. Fargo dropping down the backs as well. ViViD mixing it up a little bit. He is rally scouting. So he should be aware that this is a barracks opening. Doesn't give you full intel, of course. It could be a Helix, could be an all-in, could be an oil grab. But it is dual war factory from ViViD. So Fargo can get a couple of oils. It'd actually be in a good position. He's going quite greedy though. Going actually for 4 oils, which I think might be too greedy. We'll see how this pans out. Flamer for ViViD. Oops. An outpost from ViViD. Well, that will give him good vision. You will see the ore cap coming in. Fargo dropping some bunkers as well. Yeah, he is aware of that. And he has a gap to deny it. Battlemaster out as well. But this one is sneaky. Maybe ViViD doesn't expect that one. Outpost snaking its way into the base, and that has somehow got in. Good micro from Fargo there, kills a Battlemaster. May deal with that Flamer as well. Gat's getting intercepted by Fargo here. The one outpost has got in, but I think Fargo can afford to take damage with that. The Flamer though has been forgotten about. And Fargo will lose an oil there, but he has 3. Yeah, and this opening game is looking very good for Fargo. Very good. ViViD not done enough damage here at all. He's trying to get oils himself. Legionnaires mentioning that subliminal messaging was forgotten by Fargo. Yeah, Fargo knows about that. That is just a pure mistake. He's got the game knowledge. He knows about subliminal. That's just a mistake from him in that previous game. But it is advantage Fargo right now. ViViD though is going to get himself on 2 oils and a 3rd supply. But the Flamer is coming in to instantly deny this. Gat about to be micro back. Helix coming in for Fargo. And Fargo might just go for the hunt here. ViViD does have a couple of Gats out. Oh, got to be careful though. Loses the licks. He was going for the hunt, I think. But Fargo with a bit of a throw there. And after what I would actually call the perfect start from Fargo, ViViD is actually swinging this back a little bit. He does have the oil advantage. Might get himself a dozer kill here. Fargo is moving it. But the dozer is there. ViViD has now teched up. There is a Flamer coming in from Fargo. ECM does lock that down. An Overlord is now out for ViViD. That is another licks from Fargo though. ECM is saving that Overlord. Second Overlord out for ViViD. No subliminal messaging for ViViD either. And that Gat is actually repairing faster than it is being killed here. That is funny. That Gat's turret is actually moving within the War Factory repair. ViViD does have his subliminal messaging and ViViD is pushing. So dangerous moment for Fargo here. ViViD is going to lose an oil. He's got himself back on his 3rd supply. And he has his CC. More Gats being rallied in. A lot of helixes out for Fargo, who is dropping some emergency bunkers. Crucial moment in the game here. It's going to be all about this engagement. But ViViD does not want to take the engage. He just wants to deny Fargo that 3rd supply. He's going to have a rude awakening with this Flamer though. The big army from ViViD. But that is a nice Flamer from Fargo. ViViD should have been aware of that. Did kill his oil. Supply goes down, and that is a nice bunch of XP for Fargo. ViViD with a bit of a click back panic there.
This is for THR sexy look today. $10 more if you delete Fargo's beacons.
I'll have a look at that message in a second. This flamer is putting in some nice work. And Fargo, oh, he's getting way too close. He loses 2 helixes. Fargo. Oh my god, the 3rd helix taking damage as well. Oh my god, he's lost all his helixes. I think Fargo has thrown what was a great position for him this game. It really looked like a 4-2. But this ViViD blob here continues to march forward, and the problem for Fargo now is he doesn't have any DPS. There is no damage. This flamer, still not dealt with, will be now. ViViD is sieging the expansions of Fargo. Oh, Lotus. And he got a nice TNT on the gap. That Lotus is annoying. Outpost being taken back for ViViD. Ooh. And ViViD very much taking this slow and steady. Doesn't really have many gaps in his main base. And that could be a problem because Fargo has a couple of elixirs out. This is a very nicely placed gat cannon. Takes a lot of damage on that bunkerlix though. Still taking damage. And the standoff continues. Lotus will be picked off here. Oh, another bunkerlix goes down for Fargo. The lixes here have not been used efficiently enough. He still has an oil though, but he can't establish a 3rd supply at the moment, whereas ViViD is actually on 4 supplies and very close to level 3. Fargo is going to stay with the Helix ECM composition. ViViD not adding in a nuke at the moment. Does he have chain guns? No, he doesn't. Does pick off the flamer, and he is edging to level 3. That nuke cannon getting in a nice position here. Picks off the 2 trucks, and that is nearly level 3 for ViViD. Very, very close. He might get it here. It is level 3. Ooh, bit of hesitation on the licks again. Oof, just barely survives that bunkerlix. Yeah, and ViViD is sieging Fargo's bunkers here. In comes the carpet. This will probably, I mean, that's crying out for it to be the target, isn't it? We'll see. Yeah. Nuke cannon just owning the ECMs here. Oh wow, and actually artillery on the back supply. So Fargo literally has no economy right now. ViViD is checkmating him, and he's taking a 5th supply. He says more turrets versus China. ViViD says okay. Alrighty. Well, I thought once again that was the perfect start for Fargo, but ViViD swung that back. And let's just thank Mamo for the donation. This is for the sexy look today. $10 more if you delete Fargo's beacons. Thank you, Mamo. I like to dress for the big matches. Alrighty, and it is going to be Fargo's map. 5-1 ViViD is edging closer to that finish line of 8 wins. Imminent. Yeah, definitely a Fargo map, this one. I think ViViD likes it as well, though. But what will Fargo hope for here? Maybe a USA mirror? Ooh, interesting matchup. Nuke Tox. Well, the matchups have been good. The matchups have definitely been good. And the games have been good as well. I think this is not a bad one for Fargo. He does like Nuke GLA. Issue is ViViD GLA though, isn't it? Fighting that in the reverse. Ready. The players are ready. Imminent Victory, a remake of very popular map Natural Threats. On the top of it we've got Fargo in the blue with the Toxin. Down in the south in the green it is ViViD with the Nuke. So it is pretty much the same as Natural Threats, except this oil is on the right side, whereas on Natural Threats it appears on the left. So it's essentially just been flipped. The supply location as well, flipped too. ViViD dropping down a barracks here. And a little bit of a cheeky truck rush going on from ViViD. Interesting. Well, it will deny this worker. Fargo rallying out some terrorists. Is Fargo paying attention here? No. So that is a nice deny on that right side tunnel. Those on a bit of a tour as well. Another worker being sent though. Those does rotate back. I think he was looking for another worker there. There is a terrorist being rallied in here. 2 terrorists actually. ViViD not paying attention to these terrorists. He's now adding in another barracks, interestingly. Oh. And that is a perfect start from Fargo. Battlemaster and 2 trucks. ViViD does get himself 1 oil, but that advantage has kind of been thrown away with those 2 terrorists. Tech coming across the map for Fargo as well. I'd like to see a dozer hunt. And that oil just got denied. Yeah, again I'd say it's a perfect start for Fargo. ViViD trying to add in a helix here. Fargo getting himself on a 3rd supply. It's an important scout for Fargo here. He sees the airfield. Needs to start adding in some quads. He's only got a Scorp at the moment. The Lix is now out, so definitely needs some emergency quads right now. Nice little truck crush going on there. And a very fast TT on the oil as well. Fargo taking control of this game. The Helix needs to do significant damage, or this is... I've said this before, this should be Fargo's game. Might get himself a dozer here. Yes, he does. The one dozer remaining. Helix trying to chase down this tech. 2 quads in play. And very, very nice Tox play here from Fargo. Starting to solidify his positions. There's a bit of a traffic jam on the left side there. He's probably going to be wondering where his quads are at. He's losing 1 quad here. Yeah, he's probably wondering where his quads are. The 1 quad does get popped. ViViD is trying to clear this position. 2 quads have come to reinforce. ViViD's going to commit here. 3rd quad is popped. Oh my word. Imagine if he had these 2 quads. ViViD no way would have cleared this right side. Flamer gone a bit AFK here. ViViD can now potentially get that right side oil. And ViViD's tech, don't tell me ViViD's gonna come back in this. How big was this moment? He's realised now. And he's going to be cursing at that. Because that Helix would be down. This position would still be fortified. Definitely an annoying traffic jam. Fargo sending his quads to harass, but ViViD wanting to go for a bit of an Ovi push. Alice is on 20%, so there is a window for an Ovi push here. ViViD can't really afford to lose that supply. Overlord taking significant damage. ViViD is losing that supply. Yeah, I don't think he's going to save that in time. And Fargo's bought himself enough time here. Despite that traffic jam. Fargo on 2 oils. Nice bit of camp going on in the middle. Nice line here. And he's going to get himself a refinery as well. Wow, Fargo killing his own oil here, so he's worried he's not going to be able to hold that and just wants to gun it down whilst he can. He's identifying that he's in a pretty good position. ViViD's only just remade that 2nd supply. And Jarman Kell has to be on the way. Tech coming in. There is no CC. Could potentially get a dozer hunt here. The dozer is in sight. He's missed it. It is actually a TT. Yeah, nicely on top of ViViD's economy this game. No subliminal messaging for ViViD. And the map is blue, ladies and gentlemen. Fargo in a very good position. Get himself another win on the scoreboard. Tech coming in. That should be the hunt. And if that is the hunt, ViViD might just throw in the towel there and then. He's going to keep trying with this blob here. But that is pretty much checkmate, I would say. To have no CC. Just have to make sure you deal with this Overlord army. And ViViD actually just GG's. Yeah, he's not wasting time. He knows. Kind of flawless from Fargo there. Just the traffic queue of the quads really messed him up. But otherwise, the build order, the engagements overall were very, very good. Alrighty, just trying to keep up with chat here. We have the reverse. It is ViViD's GLA though, and he is up in the top now with the toxin. Down in the south, it is Fargo with the nuke. Fargo dropping a barracks as well, so might be wanting to go for an aura grab as well. Here's that dozer going. Taking its time to get to the left side supply. Oh. Little replacement here. And an oil grab for Fargo. No truck rush from... Oh, there is a truck rush from Fargo. He's mixing it up though. He's going down the left side. No actual worker out here. And there is a tunnel in position by ViViD's second supply. I don't think it's going to achieve that much. He's getting a bunker to block this red guard off quite nicely. Second truck is out for optimal mining. The truck actually gets one worker in the end. Terrorists coming across the map for ViViD. These rally terrorists are just... Oh, that's pretty big. Fargo intercepting that ore grab, but he may lose himself a dozer here. Oh, ViViD goes for 2 trucks instead. Interesting. Right side oil gets denied. I mean, I would have gone for the dozer. 100%. Okay, tech coming across the map for ViViD. May get himself a dozer here. He does. And he gets a scrapped up tech as well. Battlemaster in play for Fargo. Trying to get a little bit of harassment done here. Fargo adding in a second war factory. And ViViD gets himself a super tech. Fargo's dozer was busy there. Oh, and that is a leaky box. Disaster from ViViD here. A leaky box. ViViD just going to gun down that oil. But looking good for Fargo. Flamer coming in as well. Airfield being added for Fargo too. ViViD's main supply is still in trouble here. Super Tech does intercept the Flamer. And ViViD just sells that barracks. He's fed up with it. I think Fargo might have been better off going for a propaganda, you know. Because ViViD already has a few quads. But the licks will be nice to deal with this super tech, which is being super annoying. ViViD though losing a lot of workers. Going to lose workers on the main supply as well. Has got a third supply. But the pressure is all coming in from Fargo at the moment. ViViD is now dropping his palace, but economy is very much hurt here. And Fargo getting his props, still has an oil. Super Tech is now out, but the Helix is now out. ViViD's just gonna try and get rid of this oil, actually. Might lose his Super Tech here, though. Not paying attention. The Super Tech does go down. That's a heavy loss for ViViD. Felix is taking quite a bit of damage, to be fair. And 2 Battle Masters go down as well. Fargo now looking to assault the middle position as well. Alice on 80%. No Scorpion Rocket for ViViD. Just a single Scorp trying to damage the Battle Masters. ViViD going for his own oil as well. An Overlord is out. Do we see a Jarman Kell? Nice bit of in and out micro on the building. Okay, and this box this time is tight. But Fargo identifies the right side of the map is the way to get in the base here. And he's rallying everything to that right side. Building upgrade still not live, but the Jarman is out. So I think he cancelled that for the Jarman. Needed to rush that Jarman out. We do see a sneaky tunnel from ViViD. Could be potential counter-attack here. Battle Bus is out as well. Let's snipe one of the Battle Masters. Quads are out too. Fargo needs to be careful with those Helix. Nearly lost another one. Fargo's got to be very careful about overcommitting here because there is only one Overlord. And this could actually be a disaster for Fargo if he's not careful, because ViViD can snipe this and actually take the Overlord for himself. I think, yeah, he's just realised, Fargo, that this is a big overextension. In comes the Battle Bus. PCMs are scared away, and ViViD gets himself an Overlord. Capture building is live for ViViD too. That's a lot of quads. Fargo's Helix very damaged. And this has scary counter-attack potential. No Gamma as of yet, but trucks are taking damage. Trucks are being lost. Fargo's in a sticky situation now. Do you rotate back or do you commit? He's actually committing. So this could get very wonky very quickly. ViViD is getting his oil. Looks like ViViD's got a full tunnel there. He's loading up his palace. ViViD is very much level 3, but his base is getting assaulted. Looks like he's going to try and hold this. Still no Gamma for ViViD. Snipes one of these Overlords. ViViD's going to have 2 Overlords himself now. Yes, he does. Not the best engagement from ViViD though. He is trying to combine his army. The Gamma upgrade is now live, and that is putting in some heavy damage. ViViD holds this. He has cash bounty. The Helixes were a little bit out of position as well. And Fargo, you're in such a good position. But ViViD is coming back into this game. Oh, the helixes! Wow. And the Overlord survives. Where is the Jarman Kell? The Jarman Kell is here. Going for that red guard by the look of it. ViViD has popped. And he's losing some quads, which he's got to be a little bit careful of, but looks to be a favourable engagement for ViViD. All the ECMs are getting picked off. Oh, the helix. Oh no, the helixes. The helixes go down. ViViD has another bus. He's sniped another Overlord. He's going to get it as well. Yeah, that is 2 Overlords, and Fargo's going to be kicking himself. Fargo quits out. Well, that really should have been 6-3. Sorry, 5-3, but it is actually now 6-2. ViViD somehow coming back into that game. And that was an overextension from Fargo. After a very, very good start once again. ViViD just really holding on well in that mid-game. And ViViD is 2 away for being crowned the winner of this bronze place final. Fargo says another throw. It is true. I have to agree with him on that one. I do have to agree with him. Said it would have been so one-sided if he's not ill. Well, there was definitely that game, the China game, and even the first couple of games, which could have gone Fargo's way. So we're at 6-2. Could literally flip some of those round the other way. But it is ViViD's map. And it seems like ViViD is having a think. Oh, ViViD was typing. He says, imagine if I played as much as you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. ViViD's throwing a little bit of shade there. And it is ViViD's favourite matchup. Ooh, this could end 8-2 here. ViViD, I think, is unbelievably strong in any USA GLA. Fargo's good in it as well, though, so don't count him out. But ViViD's demolition, not easy to beat. Was that USA or was it laser? I actually think it might have been laser. I'm just going to double check that. Maybe I'm spazzing out. Oh. It was laser. I thought so. It does actually make a difference because it means you can't paladin drop and stuff, and you can't make crusaders easily without power. Yeah. Alrighty. Blossoming Valley, one of the newer maps, and ViViD is at the bottom of it with GLA Demolition. And up in the north, it is Fargo in the blue with the laser. So on first glance, this can kind of look like TeeeZ. But then it has an extra little channel along here where you have an extra supply. There is an oil leech, just like on TeeeZ, but they're on the same side. And you've got a few crates in the middle. So it does look a bit TeeeZ inspired. Apologies. I am maybe having a cold myself. I don't know. But let's keep our eye on ViViD's GLA here. Fargo doing what you'd expect. 2 supplies. Oh, nothing going right for Fargo. That is a misclick. I think he wanted to dozer drop there, and he's just... Yeah, I think he just misclicked and gave up on it. That should literally look like it wanted to wanted to dozer drop. Got a barracks being cancelled as well. And that dozer is already taking a bit of damage. First V is out for Fargo. Second V about to come out the war factory. ViViD going for a bunker grab here, but it's a nice deny from Fargo. First tech for ViViD coming across the map. ViViD goes for the dozer. Starts to put on a little bit of harassment on this supply line. Regroups. And just hovering for now. Going down his third supply. Bit of multitasking going on here. Getting a second tech RPG blob. This is what I call the ViViD. Fargo is in position to try and deal with this though. A little bit of cat and mouse at the moment. Big unload though. And that is 1V deleted. Nice fast evacuation though. ViViD keeps that alive. Second V goes down. MD goes down. And this is the problem. This is the ViViD. Very hard to deal with this. Ambulance goes down, and that is the V army essentially reset. And behind this, ViViD is just taking the map. TT coming in as well. Fourth supply can be grabbed for ViViD too. And here are more techs. Fargo's literally on 1 supply and 1 V, 2 Vs. ViViD dropping his second arms dealer. Yeah, his GLA against USA is literally a work of art. There's even a super tech running around here. I really do not envy Fargo in this situation. It is very, very difficult to beat this GLA of ViViD when you are USA. Fargo has got a firebase in the main base, but ViViD is going to get the last dozer here. Literally perfect timing as Fargo exits his box. Barracks is about to go down. ViViD is about to get himself to match point, to set point. If he takes this game, he needs just 1 more. Another V goes down. Decent micro from Fargo, but it is now or never for Fargo. He needs to load up these Vs and try and get on ViViD's production, but I think there is just way too much here for ViViD. 2 arms dealers being spammed, tunnels everywhere, demo traps everywhere. Can even get a 4th supply here. Yeah, ViViD looks like he's just gonna tighten the door now and hold what is coming. which is all he needs to do. In fact, there's a TT coming around the side. Fargo's going to be trapped between a tunnel and a demo trap here if he's not careful. ViViD repops. These Vs are deleted. It won't matter because the TT was going to delete the base anyway, and that is 7-2 to ViViD. He says he'd be nervous. Yeah. Versus that ViViD GLA. So would I. The problem is he's very good in the reverse as well. His USA exceptionally good. I think Fargo looks back at some of these games. It's very easy to say when we are the viewers, but many situations got himself into a very good position. But his tournament life is on the line now. Cannot afford any more losses as he now enters the reverse of this matchup. He's down in the south with the demolition. And at match point, at set point, one away to take this final, it is ViViD with the laser. Well, slight variation from ViViD. 2 supplies, but he's taking one on the left. I think that is easier to defend, actually. I like that choice. Fargo going pretty standard as well. 2 supplies, some tunnels out on the map, and terrorists to cover your supply lines against potential dozer drop, which there is one coming from ViViD. ViViD beaconing a demo trap there. But not achieving much with this dozer drop, really. So all that's actually done for ViViD is waste economy. Did give him a scout on a demo trap. So you could say that was useful scouting information. He does get the worker. No box from ViViD. Dozers are exposed. He tends to do this. TT coming across the map. Does get the war factory. Oh. Okay, I was like, where's the other terrorist? But there, it does get the war factory. Now, I would like to see a dozer hunt. I think he could have committed to that, you know. He drove round, should have tried to commit to the dozer hunt. We do have V drop here from ViViD. Tech RPG being loaded up for Fargo. And there is the Hellfire drone. Oh, we lost 800 for that. That hurts. He lost 800 with that scaffold. Still being super annoying here, ViViD. Flying around. And the problem is, this is buying ViViD time to build up his army. Gets 2 or 3 workers. Chinook is heavily damaged. Fargo might get that on the way home. Nope. He's committing to another TT. Oh, and a bit of a boyka TT there. Managed to get a V as well. So Fargo is doing well here. ViViD loses a Chinook. Only 2 Vs are out for ViViD, and Fargo continuing the TeeeZ spam, but does need to get himself on the 3rd supply. Big tech RPG blob being loaded up. Yep. And he's rotating round. Going to try and get some work done here. These Vs taking a bit of free damage there. Yeah, and that is nice harassment. If you're trying to deal with this, ambulance comes in for the crush. Does deal for that quite nicely. Another supply about to go down though. Oh, and ViViD's done a misclick here. Wanted to combat drop that bunker. He's actually clicked past it. Fargo has got himself on the 3rd supply. And Fargo is taking control of this game. He's playing well. Supply goes down once again. No dozer though. With no box, just take the dozers. Then everything you TT cannot be rebuilt. 2 arms leaders up for Fargo. TT spam is continuing. It's quite an open map this. It's actually pretty hard to stop the techs. And now he sees a dozer. Starting to click that dozer down. ViViD's trying a bit of a push here. Tox Tractor instantly comes out to clear the Rangers. TT on its way again. Another supply goes down. And ViViD is pushing across the map. Fargo, though, doesn't have a massive amount of techs here. Lost one for free there. Laser tank is now out for ViViD. He's remaking another supply. Gets in a couple of laser locks here. Another TT, I think, coming in here. Might be on the War Factory. It is on the War Factory. And may get the power here as well. He does get the power. ViViD remaking. ViViD's still having economy. He's got a lot of Chinooks. Should probably send a couple to the right side. But he is under a lot of pressure. He is doing that now, actually. He's got... Where did that Chinook come from? Oh, that's the dozer Chinook. And it's 3 Vs against a hell of a lot of techs here. Fargo should be able to pounce on this army. ViViD, though, knows he's going to make something happen. Alice is on 40%. Though it's going to go back for now. Fargo takes a bit of a traffic jam on this right side. And ViViD's going to try and clear this left side position. Fargo going for the counter. There is a laser tank in position. Bought some RPGs with him though, so he can deal with that laser tank. Demo trap has been cleared. And the palace is about to complete. That should be a dozer. Nope. Oh my, he can still get it. Yeah, he gets it. But I think there is a dozer in here. So ViViD not hunted. Fargo putting in some nice harassment here. Gonna get a couple of Chinooks. I think ViViD's just said screw it. He's just gonna commit with these Vs. Yeah, and he's dropping a firebase at home, but that may just get hunted before ViViD gets that up. He does pick his dozer up. A little bit of indecision here from ViViD. Keeps going backwards and forwards. I think you've got to commit one way or the other, but he's going back, which is totally fine for Fargo, because Fargo's on Palace, he's on demo bikes. Jarman Kell if he wants. Really good trade for ViViD though. Actually managing to clear up this entire army. Don't tell me for free. Okay, he does lose one text. Demo bike comes in, kills an ambulance. ViViD trying to make his CC. He's level 3. He's also pretty broke. He's on 3 Chinooks. And Fargo now has rocket buggies as well. Demo bikes coming in. Blocked a little bit by Fargo's own worker there, but Fargo is level 4, so Rebel Ambush would delete the entire thing. Another TT from Fargo, and a quick pickup from ViViD. That would have been the hunt. There's a demo trap here. Does see it. Where's Fargo's army? Fargo losing his palace. Oh my, these buggies. His buggies go down, and he's losing RPGs as well. Fargo. I think he's going to get his CC up here. Where is the Jarman Kell? Fargo now attempting to counter it. Fargo literally doesn't have an army. That is it. 98, 100% CC is now up. ViViD though, losing more Chinooks. It is a lot of Tox Tractors there. Where did they come from? Definitely overproduced the Tox Tractors. Demo bikes are out. Good laser lock. There is the Jarman Kell. He needs that. AAA 10 comes in. Nice demo bike round the bike. Jarman Kell. It's a pretty nice pick off there. Another demo bike. Ooh, just didn't hit. His main base is getting a bit camped here. Wow, ViViD actually goes, or decides he's going to go back. Or no. Yeah, he's going back. He also wants to deny this CC, but he's going to run straight into a demo trap. Unfortunate for ViViD. Because Rebel Ambush is going to delete this, and I think he knows it's coming. Definitely a bit of a mess here for Fargo. But he clears it up. Where is the ambush? Fargo waiting for these units to stay still and to stay clumped. But ViViD is literally split them all up. So I think if you're Fargo now, you just, yeah, you get 2 like that. And that is it. So Fargo is going to take another win here. But wow, ViViD's made him work for it. That is for sure. GG from ViViD. Nothing from Fargo. But it is another win on the scoreboard. And that is 3 wins for Fargo. Eddie says, what did Xcal say about Fargo? I said he was in a great position. And ViViD made that hard work for him. But it did look like Fargo's game from the very start. After the opening he had some nice TT harassments. expanding on the map, but the push did a lot of damage. Zerk says the dozer picking up was very nice. What is the score? It's 3-7-3 to you. ViViD has lost track. That is kind of meta as well. You randomly ask the score. Fargo goes for sovereignty. Nice map, actually. I forget who makes it. It should tell us on the start of the game. Oh, a stealth tank. That is exciting. Oh, it's Mr. Jundi who made Sovereignty. Sovereignty. I'm falling into that trap that Dommy does. Sovereignty is how you pronounce it. Stealth tank. Exciting. But it is ViViD with the stealth, which I'm sure you'll be happy with. Okay. Well, Fargo needs a 2-0 here. It is, again, I would say, a matchup which can be won both ways. How much does the map play a factor, though? Which would you prefer on sovereignty? Obviously, you get the oils very close. Maybe as tank, you need to be a little bit aggressive. We shall see. We got ViViD at set point, match point in the north with the stealth. And down in the south, it is Fargo in the blue with the tank. Is going to go for the oil here, Fargo. And I was wondering whether he'd go a forward supply truck rush, but double barracks from Fargo, so he's going to really go for an oil commitment here. Oh, he is actually going for a truck rush down the right side. ViViD has a terrorist already in position. Two pretty defensive tunnels for ViViD. One in the mid and a sneaky one down the left. But he's not really worried about that truck because his tunnel's already up. Terrorists might actually get a deny on one of the rebels. We'll see how it pans out. Yeah, and that is instantly shut down. Terrorist was gunned down by the Gatling. And Fargo beacons roughly where the tunnel is. There's a worker in the trees there. ViViD's first tech is out. Flamer out for Fargo. And Fargo should get a bit of an oil boom here. He's got a gap coming across the map as well. Yeah, and Fargo gets all of his oils. ViViD was a bit delayed with his tech there. But ViViD also has all of his oils as well. And that GAT is not being microed. Ooh. I think a GAT or something went down there to the terrorist in the tech. And the RPGs are going to take a truck as well. Sneaky tunnel up for ViViD. That is going to be a nasty one. Oh, and ViViD actually hijacked a flamer here. Lots of different little interactions going on. Middle oil is being gunned down. But Fargo did capture it temporarily. And can actually do a bit of a war factory boom here. into maybe an expansion over on the right side. ViViD though has popped on the left and he's starting to harass this left side position. Fargo decides to sell up. ViViD's still on the single arms dealer. Fargo a little bit pinned at the moment, but if you get a big tank army together, you can actually go across the map and get a lot done. ViViD garrisoning in a few buildings here, giving him good vision. Palace being constructed in quite a forward position there. Hijacker should get spotted here. I think if you're ViViD, just take a truck. Oh, he's going for the dozer. Oh, he nearly got it actually. Greedy. I'd have just taken the truck there because you were bound to lose it anyway. May as well take something with you. Second arms dealer going up for ViViD. Fargo denying any expansion on the left-hand side supply, and he is expanding on the right himself. ViViD with a defensive flame wall here. Oh, and Fargo's walked right into that. And he's going to lose 2 gats for it. Artillery platform is up. This is what I'm talking about. Is this palace too exposed? Because if that gets denied, that is a huge success for Fargo. ViViD losing a few quads here. And Fargo might commit onto this palace. That's exactly what he's going to do. One flamer does go down. Ooh, he's replaced that flamer's flame wall though, and the palace is now up. Now it's going to be hard to break. ViViD bringing in worker to repair as well. Another bit of an awkward engagement there for ViViD. Palace now providing a good bit of defense, and another flamer is picked off. Ooh, hijacker. Fargo trying to keep himself in this competition. Can't afford to lose this game. He's getting a nice flamer army here. ViViD picking off that outpost. Starting to pick away at these flamers. Repops from the right side. Artillery platform actually being pretty annoying. That is a massive flame wall there. Fargo's cleared the left side as well. Fargo's still in it. ViViD is being pushed back here. Jarmankel is now out, but Jarmankel might go down instantly here. Jarmankel does go down. ViViD's under quite a bit of pressure here. Still managing to hold 4 now. Fargo is level 3. CC is on the way. Fargo re-establishing his bottom left supply as well. The flamer spam continues. Chain guns for Fargo. Doesn't have napalm yet. ViViD does have AP bullets though. And all of a sudden these units will start to go down a little bit quicker. ECMs are now in play. Fargo might want to try and commit to that palace. Left side being taken over for Fargo as well. Big blob of units in Fargo's base. Artillery coming in. Now, would you artillery that palace, maybe? Deciding to go for an oil, I think. He's going for this oil. He kills this oil. ViViD repopping from the left. Really walking into a flame wall there. Popping on both sides. ViViD is level 3. Holding this position for now. And may actually start to be able to counter-attack here. These quads just got themselves a lot of veterancy. Oh, pops on the left side. Still no napalm. No CC for ViViD either, but he is actually pushing on the left. Fargo coming in with a big flamer army. Yeah, still no cash bounty for ViViD. But he has just overtaken Fargo in the XP race. Fargo will push ViViD back on this left side as well. Tons of flamers. I think the napalm upgrade would make a big difference at this point. CC is now getting constructed. ViViD's going to have to defend multiple positions right now. And that is a lot to hold on the left. He's firstly trying to hold the middle. Decides to go back for now. He's going to try and mount a defence here. Goes back into the tunnel. Artillery platforms actually coming in pretty handy once again. Pops back into his main section as well. Fargo attacking from multiple flanks. ViViD is level 4. Gonna lose his back supply here though. Napalm is now live for Fargo. The map is turning blue here. AP bullets and junk prepared for ViViD, but there is a sneaky flamer going around the back. ViViD's going to lose an oil. He can't afford to. It does pop some quads. I think he will save that oil. Massive engagement going on in the front here. Heavy losses on both sides. Fargo now edging the XP. And even a forward bunker from Fargo. Oh, the Lotus could have gone down there. Oh, wow. Jarman picked off by the artillery platform. Fargo staying with the ground units, although he does have an airfield now. He's taking that top left supply. Another big engagement here. ViViD's losing a lot of quads, but he does clear it up. Gonna lose his oil here, maybe. Gonna be close. I think it's gonna just barely survive. It does. And the waves continue, but ViViD's trying to get himself level 5 here. Chain gun gats with the repair bay really putting in some work. I think ViViD probably needed a battle bus here. Ooh, ViViD's about to lose his main tunnel there, and look at the amount of flamers here. think the palace is going to go down here, surely. Fargo is level 5. That is a barbecue. A literal barbecue. Inspired play from Fargo here. Very, very nice indeed. Pushing ViViD back, who looked to be in a good position at one point. Denying Fargo in the bottom left, but Fargo's come back here. And ViViD is on the ropes in this game. And ViViD GG's. Well done, Fargo. Beating ViViD's GLA. He's keeping himself alive in this competition. Has a chance to win the reverse as well. And Fargo goes up to 4 wins. ViViD's now going to be with Tank in the reverse. There's the economy difference. Well, often Big Size is famous for the barbecue with the flamers, but Fargo spamming a ton of flamers there. We now have the reverse. ViViD as the tank, Fargo as the stealth. And we start with Fargo. He is in the blue, of course, with Prince Cassard. And down in the south, in the green, it is ViViD with the tank. Well, ViViD going for a similar opener to Fargo. Let's see what Fargo does. The double barracks, which is also what ViViD did. I think, is that an intentional sort of SimCity block here from ViViD? I'm curious about that. Looks like it is, isn't it? All grab the choice for Fargo. Red guard coming out for ViViD as well. And a straight flamer for ViViD, going to that middle oil position. Worker in the trees for Fargo there, that is hiding quite nicely. ViViD is on that second supply quite fast, I have to say. First set coming across the map for Fargo. I think ViViD's going to get all his oils up though. This one's going to be close. It does get denied. The tech should go down to one shot of the red guard here. And this RPG is picked off as well. ViViD's got himself up to 2 war factories. And he's trying to get that artillery platform. He might actually get it. Nice scrap deny at the last second there. And a gat cannon for ViViD. That's going to be annoying to stop any harass. So I actually think ViViD's starter's tank here has been better than Fargo's starter's tank. But the question is, how is ViViD's mid-game going to be? Are we going to see that flamer spam once again? Oh, and that beach hut might just about save that quad, yeah. So the artillery platform's putting in a lot of work. ViViD looking to clear this right side as well. Just clear the work. It's amazing the work they put in those artillery platforms. Well, Fargo has lost his right side, but somehow managed to get that oil. Arty platform is going down. ViViD needs to probably send a GAT over there. Third war factory going up. And this is a sneaky little push down the right side. Fargo's stolen a flamer though. That could be pretty big. It does have some GATs out though, but Fargo is not paying attention to his main base here. ViVid's not paying attention to his main army either here. A lot of different things happening in different places. Fargo wins out there. Does lose an oil though. 2 oils, one in the centre goes down as well. This quad is also cleared up. Flamer is also cleared up. So Fargo losing in multiple locations. ViViD is adding in a propaganda. 3 war factory spam for the tank. And another sneaky flamer around the back. ViVid's going to try and deny this artillery platform capture. Tadas at 90% for Fargo. And he actually didn't deny that. Flamers can burn this down though pretty quick. ViViD is going to be looking to expand on the right side as well. Fargo does deal with this little poke, but losing an oil, not ideal. A defensive flame all from ViViD, who's literally going for map control by the look of it. Got himself an extra supply. What's that? I think he was clearing that beach hut remain. And yeah, it seems like tank's pretty strong on this map. Sneaky flamer from ViViD. He's forgotten about it. He's going to get a GAT cannon as well. No CC. But yeah, that could be painful for Fargo. Could potentially lose another oil here. Does have a battle bus out though, and one dozer might go down. Doesn't commit. And the army from ViViD is looking substantial. CC is being built. Oh, and Fargo's going to commit to this left side. Us might get bunkered here. It does. Wow, that is a lot of flamers. So a bit of a wonky situation here. Fargo's going for the dozer though. Gonna hit the mines. Ooh. And he's gonna lose another oil as well. It's looking pretty good for ViViD. I think ViViD can afford to lose this left side. And Fargo's main base is under major threat. That oil did go down. There's no way he can hold that. Jarman Kell is going to get spotted. Jarman Kell is spotted. And I think ViViD is about to secure himself 3rd place in this World Series. This World Series 2022. Fargo decides to sell. He hasn't given up yet. He's trying to gun down this CC. Losing another oil though. Trying to get some battle buses from his top left position. ViViD also has an airfield. And is rallying units to hold this bottom left push as well. Which I think he's going to do, yeah. ViViD coming out on top in all the engagements here. He is level 3. Hasn't used his artillery as of yet. That bus instantly gets locked. And Fargo quits out. ViViD is your bronze medal winner in this year's World Series 2022. So congratulations to ViViD, but also congratulations to Fargo. As I said at the start of the stream, 64 players qualified for this. A lot of good players were in it, so to make top 4 is a massive achievement. And GG's, well played. Quick interview. I know it's not as late for ViViD as it can be, but I know it's later than usual. Okay, ViViD's down for a quick interview, so let's give him a call. I'm particularly interested to ask his thoughts about the first sort of 4 to 5 games, so let's give him a call. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, well done on a pretty convincing 3rd place victory in the end.
Thank you.
How do you feel after that?
Good, yeah.
It is
a bit closer than I would have liked, but yeah.
Well, it is a battle of endurance. And talking about sort of closeness, I did actually specifically want to ask you your thoughts on the first sort of 4 to 5 games, how you think those went, because you had a 4-0 lead, but as the streamer, and I think a lot of the viewers thought that the first 4 games in particular were quite close. There were moments where, you know, Fargo looked in a good position. How did you feel in the games themselves? Yeah.
I think so too. I think some small engagements could have changed the outcome. Like the first game.
Wow, that was crazy close. Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
And the dozer staying alive before, like, just as you got the power up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was important too.
Yeah.
But yeah, things like that just changes the game.
100%. And then of
F0
course,
hour.
Oh yeah, for sure. And in the reverse, of course, you know, both being almost broke on Aura Rampage. I know you had a few hackers dotted around, but that was also super close. And the GLA mirrors as well. I mean, there were moments in both of those which I was looking at it thinking Fargo looked in a good spot. But then, yeah, the mid to late game, you seem to pull away in both of those GLA mirrors. So very interesting. Well, I know that was a long old set, so I'll let you go. And I know it's later for you than the rest of us. But congrats once again. Well played. Some really high level play from both of you there. Fargo, I think, is off, so...
okay. Thanks for streaming.
We'll just say GG's to him as well. And yeah, you're welcome. I'll let you crack on.
Okay, see ya.
All right, see you later. Well, that was ViViD, who did admit that, could have gone either way. Little things, as we've said time and time again, can decide these level of games. But 8-4 the final score. I think if you watch the entire thing, could have been closer than that, but well played to both players. And from my point of view, I'm going to leave it there. A little bit of an announcement though. So World Series final, I know a lot of people have been asking about it. The grand final will be this Friday, 19 GMT on Dominator's channel. So 0 hour Dominator, 19 GMT. That is going to be the same format, same length of set, best of 15. And it is me against Big Size. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for some of those donations and the subs, the likes. Big shout out to GameReplays for presenting this tournament. I will, as I say, leave it for now, but I will see you guys Friday, and I'll try and bring my best game for the grand final. So see you there, guys. Hope you can make it and see it live. And GG's, well played.